Hello everyone out there, this is Dr. Sair Abrar and I hope you people are doing good and healthy. There are a lot of sadness in many of the families because of this current situation of pandemic due to coronavirus disease. A single organism which has devastated so many lives on this earth. With these circumstances, the university administrators has directed us to take the online classes for you people. I don't want to be pessimistic of not able to take classes in the classroom, but I want to take this kind as an opportunity to present my topic via PowerPoint and show you the most important things on earth which you did not see, which you did not hear, and which you are unaware of it. So, dear students and netizens, I am taking the second and third chapter to cover the fourth semester BSc Botany syllabus of Coimbatore University. The very first topic which I am going to present now is the most beautiful and the most wonderful things in the solar system or the Milky Way galaxy. So you know that in the solar system you have the sun, many of the stars and the 8 planets. Sometimes the Pluto is accepted and sometimes it is kept for the exception. So anyhow, among 8 planets, the beauty, the wonder is the earth. And in the earth there is a sphere which consists of living beings, and this is the most wonderful things in or on the earth. Yes, you are right. The very first topic I am going to present here now is the biosphere. The biosphere, as the name suggests, the sphere which consists of the life where we are living is the biosphere. So let me take some of the background of this biosphere. This biosphere consists or it present on the earth, and this earth has been originated about 4.5 billion years ago as a solidified cloud of dust and gases left over from the creation of the sun. The long-term evolution of the earth is shaped by external and internal changes. You can see the difference of 4.6 billion years ago earth and now the beauty is in front of you. The external changes is by geological and climatic changes, while the internal changes by natural selection or any other activities of the organisms in the ecosystem. The most important part of Earth is biosphere, which is an extremely complex system. Well, how can I introduce the biosphere? See, the term biosphere is derived from Greek Greek terminology, bios meaning life and spheria meaning sphere. The term biosphere was coined by a German geologist, Eduard Suess, in 1875 in a German book called Die Entstehung der Alpen. The biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between land, water and air where all are interconnected systems. So there are numerous definitions of biosphere. So there are many ecologists, many taxonomists who have defined in biosphere by their own way. I have taken only 3. The very first one is a global ecological system integrating all living beings and their relationships, including their interaction with the elements of the lithosphere, hydrosphere, cryosphere and atmosphere. Or a global ecosystem composed of biotic and abiotic factors, that is living and non-living things from which they derive energy and nutrients. A complex community of living and non-living things functioning as a large ecosystem. So as you all know that the earth consists of many spheres, right? The spheres of life. The scientists describe the earth in terms of spheres, and these spheres consist of 3. The very first is the lithosphere, the solid surface layer of the earth. The second is hydrosphere, the water on the surface of earth on in the ground, in the air. It includes many types. The hydrosphere consists of many types such as the ocean, the sea, the lake, the river, the stream, and hydrosphere also includes the water in the solid form called as cryosphere. It includes many types such as snow cover, glacier, ice cap, sea ice, lake ice, ice pancakes, river ice. And the third, the sphere of the earth is atmosphere, the layer of gases surrounding the earth. So what is the magnitude of this biosphere? So the life on Earth began at least 3.5 billion years ago by tiny anaerobic heterotrophs, followed by autotrophic bacteria, which converted the carbon dioxide into oxygen. As the percentage of oxygen went high, the organisms undergone evolution to form microbes, plants, animals, and humans. Until date, the population of organisms is in trillions. The life on Earth began at least 3.5 billion years ago by tiny anaerobic heterotrophs, as I said to you. And this is a very much complex system where the oxygen went high and the tiny anaerobic heterotrophs, they started evolving, and after that evolution, the last person or the last thing or the last species came is a human being. The biosphere exists in the hottest environment of 122 degrees Celsius, and some species found in very much cold temperature of about almost minus 20 degrees Celsius. The biosphere extends from the innermost root system of trees to high mountain tops, from the freshwater lake of Malawi of Tanzania to deepest Mariana Trench of Pacific Ocean, from barren dry deserts to icy frigid polar regions, from luxuriant Amazon forest to shola vegetation of Western Ghats, from dangerous North Sentinel Island of Andaman, which is considered to be the deadliest tribes or deadliest island on this earth, to mysterious Madidi National Park of Bolivia. The biosphere extends from beautiful Litivis Lakes of National Park of Croatia to wonderful Keukenhof Park of Netherlands. It extends from small plant of Wolffia species to giant sequoia. It also extends from smallest flower watermeal, otherwise referred as the Wolffia species, and it is a common name of Wolffia is watermeal, to largest flower of Rafflesia. From magnificent tree of old rhododendron of Canada to weirdest Tamboa of Namibia. The biosphere extends from fragrant flower of magnolia to worst smelling Titan arum. This is the longest flower of the earth. From tiny Thor ambinensis to huge blue whale. From the miniature bumblebee bat to large elephant. From ugliest blobfish to very cute mandarin duck. From closest pets, dogs and cats to wildest Cape buffalo. So, well, how diverse of this biosphere is. So, how much diversified it exists. So, let me show you. So, the biosphere is a domain of life because life is possible in biosphere. So, it covers about 8.7 million species, and I am really wonder how much population exists in this 8.7 million species. So, there are mammals, birds, reptiles, fishes, insects, invertebrates, viruses, bacteria, algae, fungi, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperms, angiosperms, and the last one is human beings. The mammals consist of almost, I did not say it exactly, but every group I am saying in almost these 5,500 species, birds 10,000 species, reptiles 10,000 species, amphibians 15,000 species, fishes 40,000 species, insects 50 lakh species, invertebrates 67 lakh species, viruses 4 lakh species, bacteria 10 lakh species, chromista 2 lakh species, algae 72,500 species, fungi 15 lakh species, bryophytes 23,000 species, pteridophytes 15,000 species, gymnosperms 1,100 species, and the last is angiosperms, which is about 3,60,000 species. And human beings, as you know, only one species, but they exist in so much of population. Just count it, almost there is about 790 crores population. So, as you all know, the biosphere is a place where we live in. We try to control it, we try to protect it, we try to depend on it, we try to understand it. But can we recreate it, or can we replicate our Earth ecosystem? If at all these are the questions, the answer is this. Yes, this is the artificially created the ecosystem which is famously referred as the biosphere 2. You might be wondering, what is this biosphere 2? Yes, the biosphere 1 is the earth, biosphere 2, and this biosphere 2 is this artificial system. So in 1980s, a group of scientists attempted to replicate our earth ecosystem and designed to mimic the biosphere on earth. It was named biosphere 2 because it was second completely self-sufficient biosphere after the earth. It is the largest biological system ever constructed and complex earth science experiment. Biosphere 2 was only used twice, from 1991 to 1993 and from March 1994 to September 1994. Well, what's the aim of this project? To maintain the human life in outer space by creating an artificial habitat as like Earth biosphere. The thing is, if at all the people want to travel to Mars or Moon, they want to just experiment here on Earth, while if at all they go on the Moon, if at all they go on the Mars, can they retain over there? Can they live over there for many years? The second objective is to explore interactions with the biological biomes, to predict the impact of global warming and ocean acidification in Biosphere 2's ocean, to make ecology and experimental science relevant to issues such as nutrient and water cycling, loss of biodiversity, regenerative agriculture, climate change, etc., to serve as a center for research, outreach, teaching, and lifelong learning about Earth living systems. So these were the aims of the project, the huge project. So who were the funders? I mean, who gave the funding and who were the administrators? So here I represent you only two people. The Biosphere 2 project was launched in 1984 by businessman and philanthropist Ed Bass and system ecologist John P. Allen. The funding was by Space Biosphere Venture headed by Ed Bass, who funded about $150 million, that is 360 crores, now currently about 1100 crores. So this giant greenhouse was constructed from 1987 to 1991 in the center of Arizona desert of Oracle in 3.14 acre. So what does the setup consist of? So the setup actually, the Biosphere 2 included 7 biomes. The very first, so biodome is nothing but a building where it consists of an ecosystem, a single ecosystem. While the 7 biomes, among the 7 biomes, the first one is the rainforest, which is about 1900 square meter. The second was the ocean, about 850 square meter. The third is the mangrove wetlands, about 450 square meter. Fifth was savanna grassland, about 1300 square meter. The fifth was the fog desert, about 1400 square meter. The sixth was the agricultural system, about 2500 square meter. And the last was the human habitat with living spaces, laboratories, and the workshops. They did farming by their own. They cultivated the crops of bananas, papayas, sweet potatoes, beets, peanuts, lab, and cowpea beans, rice, wheat, etc. The domesticated animals included were the African pygmy goats, 1 billy goat, 35 hens, 3 roosters, 2 sows, 1 pig, and 1 tilapia fish grown in Azela pond system. So all human and domestic animal waste were also recycled and returned to the crop soils. So if at all there exists the Biosphere 2, so who were the crew? So this were the people who entered the Biosphere. There are about 8 people, the 4 males and 4 females. So it was 2-year closure experiment with crew of 8 members. They are called as Biospherians. So all these members, they are called as Biospherians. They were locked inside the Biosphere 2 without any direct contact from the outside the world. So they have to eat, they have to earn their own food and water from the habitat. They have to earn their food, as I said. The thing is, probably you might be thinking of the Bigg Boss, which has aired in 1999, and the same thing, the famous show in India is the Bigg Boss, where the people has to stay within a building for many years, there will be some controversial stories and the dramas over there. Yes, the same thing has been through here too. So they have to complete their task for 2 years and 20 minutes, and they did it till 1993. Then what was the outcome of this project, the huge project? So Biosphere 2 was among the highest producing farm in the world, exceeding 5 times of the most efficient communities of Indonesia, southern China and Bangladesh. The health of the crew was excellent, lowering of blood cholesterol, blood pressure, enhancement of human system. So these were actually the outcomes, but the problems were many. Miscalculations encountered which led to the condensation of making the deserts too wet. The respiration rate was faster than photosynthesis, resulting in slow decrease of oxygen. The carbon dioxide reacted with exposed concrete inside, so Biosphere 2, to form calcium carbonate, and this process is called as carbonatation. The increasing carbon dioxide was soluble in water. As it diffused into the water, it lowered the pH of water. All the pollinating insects died, the birds died, the population explosions were seen by ants, by cockroaches and morning glories in the rainforest and other biosystems. The trees suffered etiolation. There were yellowing of leaves and there were weak stems. The biospheres took part to control invasive plants instead to preserve biodiversity. Since some biospheres were starting to have symptoms like sleep apnea and fatigue, the biospheres' difficulty to raise food to feed themselves and constant hunger struck them. They were split in a group. It was obvious behavior of the human tendencies. There was outside politics and a power struggle over management and direction of the project. The Biosphere 2 experiment failed to generate sufficient breathable air, drinking water, and adequate food for just 8 humans despite an expenditure of 200 million. So, who were the owners or who managed this Biosphere 2? In June 1994, the managing company of Space Biosphere Venture was dissolved and the facility was almost forgotten. In December 1995, the Biosphere 2 owners transferred the management to Columbia University as a research site and campus until 2003. After 2003, the management of Columbia University returned to the Biosphere 2 the owners. So in January 2005, owner of Biosphere 2 announced the project's campus was for sale. So in June 2007, the site was sold for about $50 million to CDO Ranching Development to construct 1,500 houses and resort hotel, but the main structure was available for research and education. So in June 2007, the University of Arizona announced it would take over the research at the Biosphere 2 for 3 years with the possibility of extending funding for 10 years. In 2017, the File Ecology Foundation, it is the research foundation of Ed Bass, again donated $30 million to the University of Arizona to conduct the research. Then, this was the past things. So what about the post-research after the completion of the task in Biosphere 2? So the people of the Arizona University, or I can call it as the scientists of Arizona's, they injected the desired amount of carbon dioxide in Biosphere 2 to test the global warming things or to conduct the global warming research. The elevated carbon dioxide showed that the terrestrial biomes reached a saturation point which enabled to uptake more. They demonstrated the disastrous impacts on coral reefs from elevated atmospheric carbon dioxide and acidification to understand the global climatic change. Biosphere 2 is still open for visitors now for rupees 1,100 to 1,800 rupees per day. During Columbia's tenure, the students from Columbia and other colleges and universities were spending one semester in Biosphere 2. Since campus were also held in the premises, which included week-long space camps for undergraduate students and overnight camps for school students. It is open for research programmers, for UG, PG, postdoctoral researchers, faculty staffs, collaborators and investigators. They also offer the summer research program and fellowships. You just go through this website, so you will get to more. Thank you so much. So before I leave, so what I can conclude is, so there is only one biosphere, that is Earth, and nobody can replace it, nobody can construct it. If at all they construct it, the result is in front of you. Well, so this is the story of a biosphere 1 and biosphere 2. So in the next classes, we'll be taking the next topics of my syllabus. Thank you so much for listening to me with patience, and do take care of yourself.